Alright, today I have the wrong background, but we're not going to worry about that one. Let's hit cancel here. And I want to talk about today's events here because I went to the local swap meet. Now, two of my viewers will know exactly what I'm talking about. And we'll keep it at that. We want to keep this partially a secret here. But the thing was, they weren't there and I was. And I got to the box first. I got to the Geez Mikey Crazy Set, 75-cent flea market box. And I started pulling out what I thought was fire. And then an old man saw one of the cards I pulled out for 75 cents, and he got curious. And then I said, "Well, what are you looking for?" And he said he was just starting, so he was looking for pretty much everything. And I don't know what was going on, but he wanted to, and he was taking the spot that I was digging where I was digging, and then he was trying to take some of the cards that I had already pulled out, and I said, "Oh no, that was one I just was showing you this one, is that the kind of thing you're looking for?" And he took it. And I said, "Oh, no, that was not," I said, "that was one I was keeping. Well, anyway, make a long story short, I think he might have pulled out more fire than I did, but I got there first. But the problem is I got, a kid that's about 18 that's, basically on I don't want to say medication, but he was there, and so he was looking for Dodger cards, and I had to do what I could, and I also had to manage my money as well at the same time. So anyway, I'm glad. I came back to that box one more time, pulled out some good stuff, and I went back one more time and bought 3 more cards. I should have basically wiped out the entire box, but I didn't have hundreds of dollars. But as Mikey says, if you watch the G's Mikey channel, if it's $1 or less, you're doing great. So I will show you all the cards I got. There might even be 3 more that I have since missed, because I tried to gather them all. I actually have, well, I hope I put them in the bag. It doesn't look like they made it in the bag. Here we go. We'll start off with the last 3 I got. So these are the last of the day while they were closing up. I didn't realize there was a stain on the back of this one, but again, I needed it, and it's decent enough condition. Some of the corners on these cards were mixed between really roached and super minty fresh. So we got Camille Carry On. I've never seen that card. It's a White Sox card for 64 I did not have. Again, mind you, these are 75 cents. To have an unfolded card for that price, there's a stain on the back. But the cards, this would be a higher grade if that wasn't. You will not be able to see. Hopefully nothing in here is trimmed. Again, you always have to worry about cards are trimmed. So look at cards, and again, at swap meets at 75 cents, you really can't. But I got a Woody held, and somebody said that wasn't in very good condition. I said, what are you talking about? Pack fresh corners, and it looks like it just was ripped out of a pack yesterday. There might be a wrinkle there, but other than that, that's relatively mint for that card. That could get a 5 or a 6 would be huge. I think that's just a little piece of hair there, and that's it. And then I got a 77 or 79. I don't know what this is. Oh, maybe it's I don't know what year this is. It's one of the later 70s cards. It's Dave Cowens. Is he a Hall of Famer? I'm not sure. I'm going to do the best that I can. Now we get into the insane pile I got here. And I just bought and bought and bought. I got 30 plus cards here. I might, maybe 40 cards. I don't remember what I have here. It's a lot. It's a lot here. So they're all in top loaders. Every single card is in top loaders, which I don't. I got a Hack Wilson, 75 cents. And he had duplicates. I got a Wonder Bread Jim Johnson, nothing special, but I thought, you know what, grab it. Unusual. Then we have this one here. The back is super cut wrong, but we're not going to worry about it. We got Larry Guerin. And these cards are not cheap, and from 62 or 64, whatever that year that is. So I think that's 64 maybe, but I don't have very many of those. Then, I got a Deacon Jones. When do you get a 69 Deacon Jones or 70 Deacon Jones for 75 cents? I don't think that's his rookie card, but you never know. It could be. There's old Deacon Jones. So, Brady Bunch fame, I think. Then we've got a 70 Jim Palmer. I think I already have that, but you know what? Yeah, it might be better than the one I have. So a lot of these might be upgrades here. And one guy grabbed a ton of hockey cards, and I was crushed because that's what I was currently working on. Ed Giacomin, there we go. Then we have Johnny Evers. I always thought it was Evers, but it's Evers. I think there's a wax stain that might clean off of that. So, again, 75 cents I think is a pretty good price. We got an uncreased or very well cut Wes Covington. Not a star, but still for 75 cents I will take that all day long and on Sunday, which it was. We've got Howard Emke. So there needed that one. We got Lefty Grove. In fact, I probably got the worst condition Lefty Grove because I was stupid. But again, I was distracted by people, and then the box is ransacked afterwards, but there was still stuff. I grabbed Jerry Walker because of the 58. Get back to the 50s, that's a pretty good price for that one. We got Al Lopez, so I might even have more or less the White Sox set by now. Not sure. Hal Narragon, 59. It's not super minty, but again, I took it. Angels Jim Fregosi, 64, and I probably have that, but again, it looked relatively good. We've got Dan Osinski. I don't remember if he's still TTMs or what that is, but we will see if anybody knows that one there. I don't think it's a high number, but this is card number 622, so it may be a high number. That might be a high number, or one of the close to it. Don Hoke, I don't know, that was really cut wrong, so that was probably a mistake, but this was early on in the day when I was just going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We got a 66 Paul Blair. We have shutout leaders Bernie Parent, Ken Dryden, Don Edwards, Tony Esposito, and Mike Palmatier. So we got that one there. 77-78 card there. So that's a hockey one. We got Bob Lanier of 75, essentially a 75 tops. We got Cesar Maniago. I think he charges, I don't know if it's $10 a card or $5. Again, I just grabbed it. I'm not really working on that set. Then we have this one here, Guy Lafleur, Mike Bossy, and Steve Shutt. I'm doing my best to pronounce these guys' names. Oh, Guy Lafleur. Bobby Clark, so that's a cool one for the Flyers. That's the late 70s there. And you know, the late 70s are not. We have Stan Flowers on a Fleer card there. Don't have many of those. We have Archie Manning, which I think is still a good TTMer, so that might be a good one to send out to Archie Manning. So that'd be awesome, unless he's bombed. Then we have a 70-71 scoring leaders, Johnny Busick, Bobby Orr, and Phil Esposito. I think Busick is still a good signer, but I had to do my homework on that one. It's probably my first Despacito. Artist Gilmore on the Colonels. That's sick. ABA card there. Then we have Zeke Bretkowski, and again, I think I already have that one, but that might be an upgrade for the 59 or 58 set. Don't remember. I think it's 59. Los Angeles Rams. My uncle will be like, give me that card. Give me that card, dude. Now. All your darts. New York Giants pennant card there, so I needed that one, I think. We got a Don Heinrich. Then I just grabbed whatever. Again, there was more. There were more 50s football cards in there. Ron Herbel. And I think he might have signed it one time. I don't know if this is a high number, but I didn't have it. This is number 526, so probably not a high number, but I didn't have Ron Herbel. Again, that's borderline 50 cents. But we got Wayne Cashman. I think I need that for my... And I don't know what's going on with that. There's some tape on it, so I didn't realize that this was taped. But again, grab the cards, because this guy was grabbing everything. He was like basically the thing that was eating everything in the Sea of Green or whatever. That purple thing that was eating everything and then it ate itself. We got Bill Forrester on the Packers, and some of these I got second chance when everybody had left. So they're leaving 1950s era football cards for 75 cents. I know Jabs would have left them because you know Jabs, he doesn't know anything about football. Les Richter, again, these are commons, but you're not going to find stars. We got Tom Sestak, and again, that'll come off with the wax stain will come off of there, so that'll be good. Steve DeLong, and the reason why I got this DeLong, not because the borders are perfect, because they never are, but this Steve DeLong looked like it just was put into a penny sleeve the day it came out of a pack. So I had to get that. That is a gradable card there. I don't know if it's one of the game cards from Milton Bradley or what that is. It's got a really dark back on there, so let me know what this is. But it's freaking mint. And it's one of the mintest cards. It's probably like I don't know, a 7. Maybe we're lucky as 6 or 7. I don't know. It's minty fresh there. And it could get a 4 because PSA does that to you. Charlie Joyner. I don't know. I don't remember if he charges or what he's doing for his autographs. Let me know about Charlie Joyner. That's a nice one from 76. I would love to build that set, but it's too expensive. Larry Grantham. I try to grab every one of those. We're still going, man. I say. Howard Cassidy. Again, was he known as Hopalong Cassidy? I think he was. Again, I'm learning all of this. Then we got Bobby Watkins back for the Bears. That's really awesome there. I grabbed that. Didn't have a hard sleeve, but glad it didn't. We have Ralph Guglielmo. Google me. No, that's Ted Guglielmo that used to be on YouTube. Teddy Googs. Then we have Johnny Olszewski. I remember him. I think he used to sign. I'm not sure. Vince Costello. Oops. 59. Art Donovan. That's cool. I gotta look some of these. Ron Brandon. He was number 549, so he's getting close to a high number. We got Red Schoendienst on the cards, and this is card number 462 or something like that. Hank Aguirre, 61. Shohei Ohtani pitching for 75 freaking cents. Bert Bly, 1172, which I already have. Jim Palmer, 78. Alex Karras, 71, 3, 2, 5, 7, 5, 7, 1, 3. O.J. Simpson scoring leader, 72, 5. Larry Guerin, which I may have already had, I don't remember. Shutout leaders, I'll have to figure, I think I got 2 of those. Oh, dang. Unless it's a different, yeah, it's the same one. We got the Detroit Lions. And I think I got the only one of these, Bob Mishak. Amazing. 75 cent. Jeez, Mikey, crazy set. Flea Market 75 cent box. Insane. Thank you for watching. Set builds galore. Need binder pages. Thank you very much. I'm glad my friends weren't there. Sorry, Atari. Thank you for watching.